This is something pass. Did it the other day. I'm heading back to Lassen Fort, or whatever you call it. I'm only... Normally when you do this in Inishowen 100, and it's the right bit away. But I've come straight from Buncrana, and I think Buncrana is only about 7 mile away. I was a bit late, no more than 8 mile away. There's a wee shrine, like. But I thought this was further away than it was from Buncrana. The video camera didn't work the last day for the fort. I put it on the Google this morning, and Google was saying about 25 miles, 30 kilometres, avoiding traffic or something, it said. Put it on my Garmin, 10 mile. Stupid Garmin's messed up again, I thought. And sure enough, going through Buncrana, hadn't a clue where it was. Came out of Buncrana, turned the Garmin off, switched it back on again. 10 mile. So I'll take a chance. It's just about 10 miles from this fort. Like, I was chatting to a woman in Buncrana. She never heard tell of this fort. I only heard tell of this fort. We've been in Dunree Fort, the wee museum. They mentioned the 7 forts. There's even a wee fort in Inch Island, but it's public's not allowed near it. It looks like just one gun emplacement, going by the photos. But this is not as far away as I thought. I gave Willow a good walk this morning, so I have to sit in the car and wait again. It took me about an hour to go around this fort. But I might just come back this way again instead of around the coast. We'll go to the nearest wee beach. We'll just check what's around again. There's the fort way over there in the distance now. But if you're looking for the fort, I want to see it. I've around this wee corner. This is where I had the cup of tea the last time, in this corner. And I didn't see the fort from here. Well, the wee black sheep. Blah blah black sheep. Oh, he's a half and a half. His mother's been playing about.
In half a mile, keep left.
So the actual fort is over there. It's just over there. That's it. But she's built into the ground, you see. So there's very little sitting up. Hold on, is that the fort? That is the fort. Just about make out the wee chimneys. You don't make out very much of it. You would have seen the wee huts and all from here whenever the fort was there. I've learned more about the history of it too, so it'll make more sense today when I go. But I'll write in the bottom of the video the name of this pass. I'm no good with names. But the way I came onto the pass today was more impressive. When you go around the Inishowen 100, or if you go around the Wide Atlantic Way, you turn left to go into this pass. Because I came the shortcut from Buncrana, I was facing it, and I was going down a great big steep hill, crossing over the road, the Wide Atlantic Way road, and then come up straight across up here, and it looked a lot steeper. But you can't go faster, and there's wee sheep all over the place. Free ranging sheep, but it's all well tarred and all, like, it's all done up for tourists. But you see down there, it's full of wee roads that crisscross back and forward. And when you follow the Wide Atlantic Way, it's not putting you on a bed. Let's turn this camera off now. Like, that boy can see believe some people, like. You see when you go around the corner, like. I don't know. You see, you can't really pull in there with the trains and stuff. But a lot of handy him going down and me reversing up, I'll tell you. But slowing down, he kept going on and on. And he's around that corner. Look how wide it is. I had to swing away out to see to get round here. You need to look up ahead, like. You see James Bond doing these things, like he just flies. That place full of these kind of roads, isn't it? But years ago it wouldn't have been this wide. Donegal's been very generous with the tarmac.
Keep left.
Yeah, going back in the normal wee road now. So I say there's no signpost to take you to this fort. I got it with Google Maps. And there's not even give way signs by the time you get down there. So you need to watch wee black roads, one comes to another. Just give way to every one of them. See, I come to think of it, the last time I was here too, I think there's a wee harbour down there. I didn't take it with no time. Would we have time today? We'll do a wee harbour, would we? Because they've all these wee roads that you must out on. Let me see what this here is taking you here now. Where's that wee road going now? So that will still take me where I want to go. She's taking me on, but I want to see that wee road anyway. It goes to the same place. Whoa! The way I say, seeing you do the White Atlantic Way, don't be scared to go off it. But always go off on the left. If you're going clockwise, always go off the left-hand side and try out all the wee roads. You see the like of the famine village? Look at that wee place over there. There's 5 or 6 wee houses there. And you can see how they're lying in ruin. Some of them's been lived in. And that's all Doe was. It's a wee homes, what do you call them? It's a name for it. It's not a village. There's another name for it before you get village, where you got a group of houses, 5 or 6 together. And that's all it was. There's a wee, I've come across a wee beach here, so I've gone off the touristy route. A wee thatched cottage and everything. A couple of wee ruined houses along that road. And there's one boy whitewashing his house. He's an Indian boy. So you always think you come to Ireland, you see look at the wee lookout post, must have for Wayne's over there. Glass all around our summer house. There's a wee brown sign in that wee shack over there, but it's a farmer's shack. I don't know where you go over and read it. Adults for sale down here. I'm sitting on the car seat and my arse is wet from yesterday. The car seat's wet from yesterday. Well, now we check out this wee beach willow. Look where they put the satellite dish up there. That's stuff you don't see every day. Sunside breeze blocks to keep the wind off it. They must have got fed up the wind blowing. Look at the ears hanging down. Now storms coming in, kept moving it. So they built a wee wall around each side of it to protect it. Sky's up that direction there, Sky satellite. They built a wee wall around it. Aye. Ballyliffin, Clonmany and Uris, local walks. But where are we? What do you call this place? Sometimes it's very hard to find out where you are, you know, in Donegal. Look at that nice wee beach there, like. Look at that. Whoa! No ball of poop scoop signs down here, like. Look at them sitting on a chair. I'm spoiling their day now. Oh, there's a couple of people down there. Not a nice wee beach there, like. It's big enough. A wee harbour over there. That's why it's taking me a week to get around this Inishowen 100. I say, if you stuck to the miles, you do it today, no problem. I've done it piles of times, but you don't see Donegal. But it means you can do the Inishowen 100 5 times and see different things each time. I suppose there's too many beaches to give them names. That's why you get all these wee holiday homes here, like all these. There's far too many houses in Donegal. That's the only problem it has. There's too many houses. But these wee ones down here, you see that they're more huddled in, they're behind the ditch and all, like. They're not necessarily looking at the sea, they want a wee bit of shelter from the wind. So like that over there, that's a wee farmer over there, like, he has to live here. He's not here on a holiday. Well, the beach is the other way. You know, there's the beach there, like. Every other puppy's going to the beach. Are you going back up to the hills with a sheep? We'll get you a job as a wee sheep puppy, will we? Aye. Well, the picnic table, Wallow. You can snuff the picnic table. Well, that'll make you a day there. And about, when we leave here, pet 10 minutes, you've got an hour of boredom. Well, I have an hour of excitement to see you around this fort. Any wee peas you want to do, get them done now, like. No poop scoop bins out this direction. They've actually got a picnic table for a disabled person. Wheelchair. See if you had a holiday home, would you want to be at a beach? How much beach could you look at every day before you get fed up? If you're into bodyboarding, aye. If you're into boating or fishing, aye. If you're into sitting on a chair, where does she go now? We've lost Willow. We've lost Willow. Willow's lost. No, she's down with the satellite dish. So if you live near the Wild Atlantic Way and your dish keeps blowing, this is what you do here. You build a wee wall like that. And they're not tied the RTE. See, there's that sheep farmer over there. What does he do all day? He's walking around now in his overalls. And he gets up in the morning. The sheep are miles away up there. Must be a handy job being a sheep farmer. Well, I'm on down to the beach. You gotta put your toes in the sand. Go on. There's a wee thatched cottage over there. It's very, very chocolate boxy. That must be a wee touristy house. The locals, they want their double glazing. Keep warm. The wee bridge is a bit cheap, isn't it? Can you make a bridge any cheaper than that? All the pipes are all crossing the stream. Septic tank. There's all the walks. You want to do a walk? Leonard Loop, Eurus Lakes Loop, Stout Cross Bridge. Be aware, no dogs. Will we not cross that bridge? There's the age of the bridge there. Anybody wants to know? 14th of the 7th, 1938. Gee, would you think that thing there is nearly coming up with 80 years old, like? Still standing. And saying that, that's the pillar. All the breeze blocks have probably been replaced 100 times. The breeze blocks are just made of local gravel. See all the cement's brick. That looks as old as the army barracks. It would have been all smooth concrete at one time, like down there. See why it's all smooth. But over time, the frost and all's good at it. That's just poured concrete. They got bits of wood. Put bits of wood there and poured the concrete in. Well, everybody else is down at the beach. Come on, we're down to the beach. Come on. Come on this way, honey. Come on. Well, we're on the beach. Come on this way. We can't walk down there. That's the back of beyond. That's the back of beyond. Not down to the beach. I don't know. I give up with you sometimes, you know. I think I'll take you to bed and get your head checked out. Come on this way. I don't. Go in the sand. Come on now, honey. You're almost done. It's just over here, Pet. You see even there how the beach has dropped down from the roadway? All these beaches are disappearing. Well, tractors have been on here. Maybe he's pinching some of the sand for his food. But I had to do some of them wee walks up the mountains, wouldn't I? There's a smoke from a wee chimney way up there, top of that lane. I know, we probably would be in that water Look, that look lovely there, doesn't it? If you're a wee puppy, you'd want to go in there. Where's Willow? Oh, look. You ain't gonna get her feet wet. Hey, you're not gonna get your feet wet. You're a beautiful girl. And you're a beautiful girl. See, there's no point in walking to the end of this beach. There's nothing at the end. It's only burning calories, Willow. There's a pile of vans and all over there at the harbour, so there must be fishermen still using that harbour. Must be a wee working harbour. If I went down to the fort and come back here, so maybe more later when we come back. There's not much for to snuff. And there wasn't the chairs got bored too, Pet. So what we call this video? A wee beat somewhere in Donegal, we don't know where it is. Lennon? I don't know how you pronounce that, it's probably wrong. Is that the area? Oh, somebody's brought the sofa down here, it's fell apart. Couple of bits of wood. Somebody's brought the plaster of the wall down here, the pebble dash. Took the pebble dash off the house. Just dumped it on the beach. Sheep are running wild like. The water's not going to bother them. I'm not exactly on a farmer's land like, so they can't complain. This road is well done up now. The corners are very, very sharp, but they're really wide. So we're on the gap of Moore now. Couldn't remember the name. Gap of Moore. Taking to the hills. It'll be a hard job for a wee horse and cart coming up here. Traditionally, people produce poaching, a spirit often made from potatoes, and small stills at home. After this was outlawed from 1760, poaching distillers took to the hills at night. Lookouts warned of approaching police or customs men. Gap of Mamore, I don't know how you pronounce it, Mamore, was the only road into Eurus, the townland towards the sea. And protests had been fined for having stills. The community blocked the pass with rocks. They remained independent for 3 years until British troops. Somebody's deliberately scored it out. British troops, something ordered. British troops. What would the word be? Ends with D. Begins with R, ends with D. British troops. I don't know, in 1815. It is now legal to distill poaching, possibly the world's strongest spirit. I never knew it was legal to do poaching. I still thought it was illegal. On the strength of the road at the gap of Mamore, a stationary car on a downhill slope appears to roll uphill. This is only an optical illusion. That happens outside Gorton Glen. That's supposed to happen. You think your car is rolling uphill on a stretch of road, but that's not saying what stretch of road, because everybody will be stopping doing it. Chaos and mayhem will ensue. So there we are now, down there. Whenever you come the White Atlantic Way, this is the pass you come the White Atlantic Way. This will be one of the more exciting parts of it. But you still do it in the motorhome, this bit. It's alright. Big wide corners. Harder coming this way, easier coming that way. Because you're coming up these sharp corners. That road out there is the White Atlantic Way. That's the way that's going to take you out there. You've missed all that. Unless you turn off all these every time you get a road to the left, as long as you keep going to the left, see that van away in the distance driving along? I drove along that the other day. And you're right next to the sea. Over here you're way off the sea. But that's a wider road. They don't want everybody clambering onto the wee road down there. See all them houses down there? They're down there for the sea view. And you mustn't. So that's something you have to look out for if you're doing the White Atlantic Way. There's the road going away in the distance. But when you do these wee roads, it takes forever. It takes forever. If you're coming for 2 weeks, you won't get the White Atlantic Way done in 2 weeks. There's the wee beach down there. But I can honestly say that once you pass Malin Head and you're heading on towards the top of Ireland, Malin Head, see the road there? That's a good map. That's a perfect map. You see nothing. You see, there's nothing there. That is a total waste of journey. It is pointless. Culdaff. Get the quickest road to Culdaff that you can get. Forget about all the rest. I don't know how many roads is there, but there's not until you get to Culdaff and there's a beach. Is it worth driving all that distance for that? I don't think so. Whenever you're here, Buncrana, you've got a fort there worth seeing. There's more things to stop. There's lots of things every so often. That's what you want in a holiday. You don't want to have to drive 6 miles and not stop. There's plenty of things to stop for all along there, Pollen Bay and all that. Pollen Bay, that's a wee narrow road there. That's tight in the motorhome. That'd be tight. A couple of wee bridges are very tight. They're like homemade bridges. So that'd be tight in the motorhome, them, a couple of wee bits of road. But the army camping all's over there. You're going to miss out on that. You couldn't take a motorhome down there. But you got bicycles, park up here and cycle down. But that road there, waste of time. Done it yesterday. I feel I wasted a bit of my life. When you get down this part of Ireland here, it's a main road. It's a big main road. That's Loch Foyle. It's up as far as Mulville. Unless you're going to London there, you wouldn't actually go for the scenic view like. Have you given up, have you? Have you given up? And what I dragged you out here for? What did you drag me out here for? Come on now, honey. It's cold now, well. Do you want to go again now? Head back to Buncrana. Back to Buncrana. You don't want to go in the kit. You're fed up with it. You're giving up. Do you want a wee sniff around? Want to have a sniff? Do you want a wee sniff? You don't know what you want anymore. Should have brought treats. Well, I'll go back in the car now, man. That's a go. Up we go. That's a go. Very cold one, Willow. Very cold one. That is freezing now, Pete. That is freezing. There's my more gap now. It is basically a gap. Like. We've got up my more gap here. And there's a shrine. Never stop at it. I'm not one for shrines inside the roads. Spoils a good view. Now, wait there, Willow. Wait there. There's sheep and all here. This is probably the narrowest bit of the gap, and that's probably where they put the shrine. You need a top here, like, but it is a gap, like. But I don't start for the shrine. I see a wee blue plaque, a wee brown plaque over there. I might check that out. But it gives you an idea. Normally they call these places passes. But St. Eugene's Well. The well of St. Eugene, from whom the adjoining area of Texas name. There has been one pilgrimage to this well for centuries. There has been a pilgrimage to this well for centuries. So that's up there, like a bit of a well. And like people are putting a bit of money in it, like. But I often think if you're dying of cancer, 2p isn't going to cure it, like. There's no point in putting in money. So this is the bit I always get confused with. You got Christianity and you got pagans. Pagans, you made offerings. You don't make offerings in Christianity. And here you get a mixture. And I suppose if somebody's dying, you'd worship Satan if he's going to cure them. But like, that's not Christianity, is it? There we solar power light there. We solar panel over there. The ones wrote down. Well, used to wee rocks with names on. Wee rocks is alright, but I don't like plastic things. But we're going to read this wee sign anyway. If that's only a dry stone, well, that could fall and kill somebody, like. So basically the well is, that's where the shrine's here. But that would have been a pagan well. The pagans would have been getting cures in that well long before Christianity came here. Mamore Gap, meaning the greater principal outlet, was at one time the only road linking Europe with Buncrana. At its highest point, it's around 700 feet above sea level. With the mountain, anybody from Europe listening to this here, I think it's just a wee hill. With the rising mountains and all 700 feet above the road. So right, but there's a height there, does there now. The only thing I'll say about it, you do come from sea level. When other mountains are so high above sea level, you don't start off at sea level. With this one, you start off at sea level. It's down at sea level at the bottom. This well nestled in the Urus Hills near the summit of Mamore Gap. This well, so the one about the well over there, didn't put a capital. Yeah, you think it put a capital well on that? I just thought it was well the word. No capital on it. This well, because names have capitals, don't they? That's what I was taught. This well, nestled in the Urus Hills near the summit of Mamore Gap, has long been associated with the 6th century Donegal monk, St. Columkill. In the Ordnance Survey memoirs of 1830, it is noted that a pilgrimage was made here each year in June on the saint's feast day. Over the last 100 years or so, the pilgrimage date has shifted to the 15th of August. So what date was it again? The Feast of Assumption of Our Blessed Lady into Heaven. It is likely that the change took place after a statue of Virgin Mary was erected. The pilgrimage, so they had a pilgrimage here, there was no statues in it. The pilgrimage was to a well. It was to the well. You know, you imagine now if that was Madonna over there. Madonna's the well. And then you've got Kerry Minogue and all these all ones competing against it. You come here, you see all the statues. I never knew there was a well there. The well should be the focal. If the well is the healing powers and all, it should be the well, you'd think. But I don't know, the well's it's overstaged. You don't see it. Near the well, there were 7 cairns or heaps of stones, and people walked around these reciting their rosary. In recent times, these cairns were pulled together into one large cairn, which now forms a backdrop to the well itself. That's that pile of stones there now. How long the well has been in existence and how long it has been associated with St. Columkill is unknown. In recent years, it has been suggested that there is a link with St. The saint who gave his name. This sounds like a woman. The name to the neighbouring parish of Desert E. I'm no good at names. I pointers at names. Strange occurrences have also been linked to Mamore's Gap. This is a myth from legend now. Many people believe there has been ghostly experiences while travelling through the gap. That's the poaching. And look at the poaching. That's where they get the ghostly experience. Local folklore tells of a sighting of 8 men walking this road. Men who have lost their lives when shipwrecked on nearby Swilly Rock. Now, I don't know what Swilly Rock is, but they're a long way off it here, so there. Why would a ghost want to go to the effort to come up the whole way up here to a nice gap like? I don't know. Optical illusions. Another curiosity on Mamore Gap is the optical illusion you experience as you drive down towards Urus. When you reach a white stone marker on the left-hand side of the road, stop take your car out of gear, release the handbrake and see what happens. Right, so they've got a white marker. We're going to try this. We are going to try this. One of the white markers are sheep, because there's that many white markers here. So when they go down, tourists are coming this way, you see. White marker must be down there. I've never noticed a white marker. We're going this way now. It's better doing all these stops going the other way. I'm doing hull starts all the time. No good. All these are hull starts. I'm getting out of first gear and into second. Once in second gear, oh, the turbo's on, man. Just get the turbo on, whoa. Well, it is freezing. It is freezing, pet. So the poor wee well is upstairs. The wee sheep just all free range here, so they do. These free ranging sheep. They're well used to cars.